Hey there guys, I'm John Campea. Thank you for visiting my movie vlog, as today I give my quick review of the brand new Dylan O'Brien, Michael Keaton film, American Assassin. Now, when Dylan O'Brien's character suffers an extreme and terrible personal loss at the hand of terrorists, he decides to change the direction of his life and go on the hunt to try to bring down all the terrorists in the world. Eventually, though, he's apprehended by the CIA and convinced to start working with them. They plug him into this elite covert operation unit called Orion, run by Michael Keaton, and the two meet and they have a new mission to accomplish. I forgot to look up who directed the film when I went in to watch it, so I went in to watch it, and I got the feeling watching the movie that this feels more like a television show to a movie. So then I realized afterwards that Michael Cuesta directed the film. Now, he doesn't have a lot of feature film experience, but he's got a hell of a lot of television experience. For instance, he directed like 5 episodes of Dexter, and he directed like 8 episodes of Homeland. So he's experienced at telling these kinds of story, but it just felt, you could tell I'm watching a movie that is definitely directed by a television director. And that's neither a good nor a bad thing, it's just what it is. Now, this movie, from the premise and the trailers and the poster and the cast, has a lot of promise. Unfortunately, American Assassin does not live up to all of its potential. Look, first let me talk about a couple of good things. Number one, Michael Keaton is amazing. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be tempted just to say, Michael Keaton's amazing because you're supposed to say Michael Keaton is amazing at this point. But he really is. He's incredible. And his character is absolutely the best written character of the movie as well. So even if you had another pretty good actor in there, I think it would have come across really well because it's a really well fleshed out, given some great moments of a character. So it's written really well. And then you got Michael Keaton that steps in and takes over the role. There's one scene in particular. I'm not going to give anything away, but there's a prisoner torture scene going on, which in a movie called American Assassin shouldn't surprise you. But Michael Keaton absolutely shines gloriously in that. And you know who else is really good in this movie? Taylor Kitsch. I'm actually a Taylor Kitsch fan. And this guy should be one of the big A-list Hollywood actors right now. And he would be if it wasn't for 2 little movies called John Carter, and which, you know, was a tragically underrated movie, but a total flop of a movie, and him deciding to do Battleship. I think those movie choices kind of derailed his career a bit, but he's a terrific talent, and he kind of plays the villain in this film, comes across really well. He plays his role very strongly, and I really dig it when he's on screen. Does the action scenes well, does the evil banter well. He's really good in the film. There's some good intrigue moments in the movie. On some level, it kind of has moments that work as kind of a little bit of a political thriller, while it's also being an action film as well. And some of the action scenes work pretty well. They're not like blowing my mind, or they're not going to be the highlights of 2017, but some not bad action scenes and some okay story hooks at the same time. Unfortunately, while the movie has some things going for it, it doesn't have enough things going for it, and ultimately the movie feels very thin and pretty weak. And unfortunately, one of the big highlight weaknesses of this movie is the lead character and the actor playing him, Dylan O'Brien. Now look, I'm not saying Dylan O'Brien is a bad actor, not at all, but he did not bring his A game in this movie. I never once felt like I believed this character, or that I believed that, you know, you're supposed to believe in this character's rage and his anger. These are the things that define his character, really, especially when you understand the beginning of the movie and this terrible loss that he feels. But he never made me believe it. I never bought into that's what this character is feeling. That's what's driving this character. That's what's burning underneath his skin. I never felt that. And I think that was a really key important thing in order to get the audience into the movie, was to get the lead actor to convince the audience of those things going on beneath the surface in him. And he was never able to do it. On top of that, Dylan O'Brien started kind of at a disadvantage anyway, because while Michael Keaton's character is really well written, Dylan O'Brien's character is not. Like, not at all. Like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to believe that, okay, he had this personal tragedy, and so that sets him on a new course in life, and in just 18 months, in a year and a half, he's turned into one of the most lethal hand-to-hand combat fighters in the world. He knows, he has studied in depth, something only Islamic scholars would know. And he knows Islam and the Quran inside out and backwards. And he's an expert in these weapons, and he's an expert at this, and he's super this, and he's super that. It's like, really? In 18 months? Give me a freaking break. And then they try to set up some kind of sparks of a potential love interest in it. It's like, oh, come on, this just feels like a waste of time. Not only is there no place for a love interest in the story, but as far as a love interest goes and a relationship goes, you never felt any chemistry whatsoever between the two characters at all, which just kind of sets Dylan O'Brien's character back even more. Yeah, there is some good intrigue in the movie, but not enough good intrigue and not good enough intrigue to make up for all those other deficiencies. Yeah, there's some okay action in it, but not enough and not good enough action to make you forget all those other deficiencies. And unfortunately, by the end of the film, you're just kind of grateful that the credits are rolling and that you get to get out of there. At the end of the day, American Assassin is not a horrible movie, and there are certainly redeemable things about it, absolutely. I just don't think I like it enough to be able to recommend somebody to spend their time and their money on going to the theater and see it. Go and see something else instead. But that's just my opinion of it. Have you had a chance to see American Assassin yet? If so, what did you think about it? What do you agree with my assessment? What do you disagree with my assessment? What were your expectations going into it? Jump into the comments section below and leave me your thoughts. Listen, while you guys are here, take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on social media, on Facebook and on Twitter, simply @JohnCampea. That'll do it for me for now, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me, and until my next video, bye-bye.